Hi there Aries, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for June 29 through to July the 5th. Aries, let's get started with your oracle cards here. I'm going to give them a shuffle and see what your overarching theme or message is. This one wants to come right out. Niyamas, beautiful, love that imagery. We will get to the description in just a moment. I'm going to get the cards out for you. Let's see what your work, your light card is, Aries. What is the message for Aries, the collective? What do they need to hear this week? I'll take the top one. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. That's coming out a lot at the moment, Aries. I'm not surprised. We're on the threshold of pretty big change universally, globally, macrocosm, microcosm. Let's get your tarot cards. Aries, I'm going to start pulling the card here for your recent past. What you may be journeying right now, energies leaving, completing or transitioning from your life. It was this one here. Haha, do you know what it is? The Fool. It's your card, Aries. Fresh new beginning, you know, maybe after this kind of awakening. Awakenings often bring us to new beginnings. I love that. Let's get your current or focused energy, Aries. I'm also an Aries, so this is my reading too, guys. I'm keeping a keen eye on what comes out here. I'm really feeling both of these energies at the moment for us. Current or focused energy, haha. Do you know what, Aries? I'm going to tell you a little story. I was just doing the Virgo reading. Both of these cards came out together, and just when I pulled the Fool a second ago, the Hermit was obviously still behind that because, you know, I'd put them back in the pack together. So I put the Hermit back in just now and it's come out again. So it's meant to be. I just find those little things uncanny. It's definitely the energy of awakening, you know, coming out of a period of maybe seeking answers internally. That feels right for me. I'm going to pull the energy now for the outcome, near future for you, and then we'll get the clarifiers, which will add that extra layer of information that brings it together like the thread of a story. Aries. Near future outcome. There it goes. Okay. And this could be leading you to your fulfillment. You know, this can be the divine nudge that is leading you towards a place where you are going to be able to manifest that fulfilling reality that you so desire. Going to get the clarifiers, then we'll see if we need any more information. Starting with clarifying the Fool for you, Aries. That one's jumping. It's awakening. Of course it is. This is actually the energy of judgment, guys. But in this particular deck, it is called awakening. I really feel that there is a new start here. It's coming out of an awakening. Yeah, and now I know that there's a thread of fulfillment in the story, and I feel that you have been seeking the answers to move towards, you know, finding that missing piece of fulfillment. I'll get to it, but basically in the Eight of Cups, we are finding that missing piece that, you know, you're hoping to find in the future there. Let's clarify the Four of Cups. To get the next thread of our story. Seven of Wands flipped over. Yeah, look, it's been hard work. I know it has been for Aries. I'm not saying from my own perspective, but I listen to a lot of other readers as well, and I understand that Aries has had their run of challenge, and they're really sort of coming back on board now. Yeah, okay. All right, guys. So know that Mars did move back into Aries. Well, by the time you watch this reading, that would have happened for the next 6 months. So it's really about coming back into power, back into purpose, and really back into your full Arian kind of, let's say, your fire energy. Okay, Aries, let's start here reading your cards. Niyamas, which is the perfect example of what is going on here with that Hermit energy. So I'm looking in the book for this one, guys. Don't know this deck off by heart. There's so many cards in it. So this is about the laws of personal observance. And get this, it says you're beginning to reap the rewards of the inner transformational work you have done. This is just the beginning of a lifelong practice of personal observance. Tune into what your soul needs at the moment. That is so fitting, guys. It is the Hermit energy there. you're starting to reap the rewards because you've been seeking, you've been doing the internal alchemy, which has led to awakening for you, you know, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So I feel like I've been integrating a lot of energy. It's not just in the last few weeks, I'm talking big waves of it this year that take me down, and I feel my body, you know, clearing and integrating, and then I'll have this time of clarity where I just feel so in tune afterwards. And I feel that a lot of people, not just people that are like inclined that way like me, but everybody is probably going through it, but whether you're aware of it or not can be another thing. I think we're all awakening, we're all evolving, and we're all integrating more light codes. I'm gonna say that here, guys. Yeah, I really feel that we are, you know, evolving to hold more light, more consciousness, and that is really changing us, and it's offering us new beginnings. We're now demanding fulfillment in our lives where we haven't had it. We're less willing to put up with the denser reality and the chasing the money and dead-end jobs or relationships that don't light us up. We want fulfillment. We want to evolve, you know, we want to feel great, we want to have these beautiful enlightened lives. I know I do anyway. So Aries, in your recent past here, we have the Fool and the energy of awakening again. Yeah, so I mean, this is the energy of judgment as well. We can read this a few different ways. I'm really feeling the spiritual theme and the energies that are coming through in many of the signs this week, but some of you might have had a final judgment in a situation. With the judgment energy, it's usually in a situation where you have a sense of needing to be liberated from something, maybe something that's held you back, kept you small. Of course, that can be your own self-limiting beliefs, or it can be just a situation that's no longer in alignment for you. We could apply that to any area of our life, since this is a general reading for the collective, guys, but it could be obviously a relationship that's stifling you, or that you're not sharing values, it's not, you know, it's not lifting you up, it's dragging you down. The same can be said about a job or career, or, you know, even a toxic friendship, all of those kind of things. We have a theme here of needing to liberate yourself from all the ties, the bounds that are just not allowing you to soar. That's what I'm seeing there in that card. And the awakening is that, you know, there could have been a wake-up call, there could have been an aha moment. I don't know, it could have come to you in a download with all this energy that we have around spirituality here. Could have come to you when you're in your hermit mode, your soul seeking. And I really feel that, Aries, you're ready just to leap, you know, to walk a new path, to liberate yourself. I mean, the Fool is about liberation. It's about connecting back with your rebel heart, which I interpret as, you know, back to your passion, back to your purpose, what lights you up, what is that path, and getting on and walking towards it, moving towards it. The Fool can ask you to take a leap of faith, Aries. Even though you don't completely know where you're heading, you do know that you're heading out of confinement into a place of liberation, but you might not know what that looks like, or what's on the other side, or that destination, where it's all going to head. But you need to trust your instincts and start walking that path anyway. Well, you're invited to. There's free will, guys. You can do whatever you want. But the Fool is that fresh new start, that new beginning under that divinely guided sun there, which comes after an awakening, after a judgment moment. The enemy, hopefully no enemies. The energy of judgment, guys, is also that last call, the card of final forgiveness, second chances, and that kind of thing. So the situation that you might be liberating yourself from, I guess just asking yourself, you know, what ends do you need to tie up there? Can you forgive and forget if you have been hurt by, you know, a lover, a boss, whatever it might be? Are you really ready to walk away? How do you want to leave this? What do you need to communicate? And then, you know, make sure that you've got all that sort of signed off, and then you can really jump into that new beginning with that open, you know, clear slate, is what I'm trying to say. Because I really feel that you, this week, Aries, you're probably going to be going through that period of introspection and really considering now, you know, what is the fulfillment that you're seeking on this new path that you're called to walk. So the Eight of Cups is about somebody who has 8 cups, but there's kind of a fundamental piece missing. You know, there's 9 and 10 of cups are kind of like the getting into the best reality, best life kind of scenario, but the 8 of cups shows somebody who isn't quite fulfilled because they know that there's more cups out there to get and there's a piece missing. So some of you might have been in a situation where even though it was quite good for some time, or you had a certain amount of satisfaction in it, there's that kind of niggling feeling that, you know, there's more to be gained, or that there's something that's in greater alignment for you to seek. And there's a sense now of turning your back on that situation and wanting to walk forward to find that missing cup that we see you going off and seeking in your near future. And it could have been a period of reflection or introspection or a spiritual awakening that led you to this realization, because that's what the Hermit is. It's about the fact that you may have, or you may be this week, going inwards to kind of seek the answers and having that aha moment as to, you know, what you need to release, where you need to go now in order to complete your picture. So, you know, with the Hermit energy as well, I mean, some of you might have needed to go through a healing period. You know, the Hermit definitely talks about, you know, restoration, healing, gaining deeper insight and all that sort of thing, because the star energy is what burns in the Hermit's lamp, and the star is the energy that follows on from the Tower after the major arcana. So some of you might be recovering from a Tower moment, and I'm feeling like it's not an imminent one. It might have been one that's happened some time ago that still has left its energetic charge with you. So maybe you are releasing the last of those shackles and you're seeking the wisdom of how to truly move forward. You're ready now, you're ready to take the leap. And the more you seek and do that internal alchemy, that star energy burns brighter and that path forward starts to illuminate, so that then you can go and seek that full spectrum of fulfillment that you so desire. And Aries, in your outcome or near future position, we've got the 4 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so the 4 of Cups can be read in a few different ways. I'm really linking it to that 8 of Cups energy. The fact that you have kind of started to, or, you know, very much are retreating your energy or cutting your energy off from that situation that's no longer fulfilling for you. And I really feel that this is you really making that commitment to yourself to find that missing cup. And it's that divine nudge that's saying, hey, take the fool's journey, leap, you know, get into your power. And that's when it will be offered to you. You've got a greater dream here, Aries, with the 3 cups down here. It's about wanting to manifest new desires, a new reality. We've got the 7 of Wands here. It's like, okay, well, it's always sometimes all you have to put in that hard work when we want to manifest in a new direction. There may be challenges along the way. You know, the 7 of Wands can be about the inner demons, the challenges that we have to be persistent. We have to have some resilience when we're crossing a threshold and getting a new direction off the ground, or walking in a new direction, I should say. But, you know, this is also a card of warrior spirit. Aries, you very much are the warrior. You can turn this corner. You can make this change, whatever it is for you. There could be new opportunities actually coming in for you very shortly. The Page of Pentacles can be a messenger of opportunity in the physical material realm. New commitments, new ways to make money, new jobs, new homes, and that kind of thing. So together for me, this says, you know what, with a little bit of warrior spirit, closing yourself off and completing cycles that are no longer fulfilling for you, you know, that is the message that the universe needs to then start bringing in those final pieces of fulfillment and starting to lead you on that new path, Aries. And it comes after a series of awakening and seeking, and that's, you know, that's the lifelong work. It doesn't just happen once. Like, often we are continually evolving and moving towards that path, and it takes a constant shedding of the skin, a constant energetic upgrade, and you know, tuning into what's not in alignment and moving away from it so that we can move towards what we truly desire. Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I do hope you enjoyed the reading. Keep in mind, I'm reading for a collective. If it's not your reading this week, that is absolutely fine. It may be next time. If you feel called to share, leave me a comment. I do read them all and try and respond to them all. It helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.